veins, like a runaway train. I'm never backing down, never taking no bow, can't stop me now. Rising like legends over rivals, champions destined for the title. Last one standing, we're gonna prove it's not where we come from, it's what we came to do. 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 It's what we came to do.
Hi there and welcome to a behind-the-scenes look of NASCAR 21 Ignition. This will be a 3-episode series giving you, the fans, a sneak peek at the process of building this game from the ground up. Here at Motorsport Games, we want to create the most authentic racing experiences for our players to enjoy. Our teams across the globe are always striving to make in-game cars drive as realistic as possible, and in NASCAR 21 Ignition, we are making that a reality. Moving to the Unreal Engine gave both the development and art teams the power to create better games, making it the best fit for motorsport games going forward. Today, we're going to take a look at the cars in NASCAR 21 Ignition and how the developers took the real-life vehicles you see on the track and converted them into a digital form. While previous NASCAR games shared DNA with the likes of NASCAR Thunder titles from back in the mid-2000s, we know the fans have wanted the most realist experience possible, so NASCAR 21 Ignition was built from the ground up to make it feel fresh and authentic, representing the real-life sport in a video game in the most faithful way. And we made it feel real, the way the cars accelerate and brake, running tight or loose, and how the dynamics of the car feel different when running up front or going 3 wide in the mid-pack at each track. However, this process of making things feel right wasn't always easy, as real-life NASCAR teams don't make all their setup information public. They have their secrets on how they make their cars the fastest on the grid, and each one is hand-built. So we worked directly with NASCAR to gather detailed aero, drivetrain, suspension, and setup information to make NASCAR 21 Ignition the most authentic driving experience in the market. As a player, you'll experience the different aero packages on the car depending on which track you're at, so you'll see and feel a difference between your cars on the 1.5 miles, short tracks, and even treaded tires on the dirt at Bristol. We built this game with ultimate realism in mind. For many players, that's an exciting prospect, but we don't want to push those away who want an experience that's as simple as picking up a controller and burning rubber. NASCAR 21 Ignition introduces an assist mode called Novice, which lets you play with a single button, almost like slot car racing, and the game takes care of the rest. If you played NASCAR Heat 5, it's like the rookie mode, and with full control over what driving assist you have switched on. If you're brand new to racing and want a helping hand, or you're a veteran that's ready to dive into the deep end, NASCAR 21 Ignition will be ready and waiting for you. That's it for this episode. Be sure to keep an eye out for our next, where we'll talk about all the detail and process of getting all the tracks in the game. See you next time.
Clear. Stay right. All right, keep it high. All clear.
Hello and welcome to part 2 of our 3-part series on creating NASCAR 21 Ignition. Last time we looked at the cars in the game, but what use would they be without some digital asphalt to drive on? Complete with the official tracks from the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series schedule, each one was built from the ground up so players get the most up-to-date and realistic experience when behind the wheel. Let's take a quick look at 2 tracks that joined the NASCAR calendar in 2021, Nashville and Circuit of the Americas. We brought in a professional track scanning company to get the most data possible. This scan information is the basis of our process of building the track for the game. It can show us every scratch and scuff in the asphalt, every rivet in the barriers, even the texture of the paint on the wall. This information fuels the first step of the process, building the physics mesh so the cars react to every bump on the track. From there, the production is a little more traditional, creating the surfaces and walls, then the infield and outfield, then dressing everything with props and a crowd to make it all feel real. From the garage to victory lane, NASCAR 21 Ignition brings your favorite tracks to life with every inch being recreated in incredible detail. While the scanning data can show us so much, we needed to see how the tracks actually look so we could represent them in-game as accurately as possible. Our art team went out to the track and took thousands of reference photos so they had the best idea of where certain elements of the track were, such as billboards, sponsor decals, and even the placement of buildings. And when at COTA, our artists were working while the NASCAR Cup Series drivers were doing their test sessions. It takes months to get real-life track data converted into a completed track you see in a video game, and not every circuit is the same. Some may take longer than others to produce. COTA, for example, took longer to complete than Nashville due to its size and complexity to get every detail right. While everything so far sounds pretty complicated and difficult to do, not saying it isn't, but it's not the most challenging thing we came up against in the process of creating these tracks. NASCAR tracks and events feature sponsors and branding all over the place, and these change as the season goes on. So sometimes we don't have much time to get the placements and logos changed, so that's quite the challenge for our art team to come up against, but they've done some stellar work. That's our look at how we built the tracks for NASCAR 21 Ignition. Which track are you most looking forward to race on? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to stick around for our final chapter of our Dev Diary series, where we'll be looking at the people who make NASCAR 21 Ignition what it is. See you next time.
Got one right. Stay left. Clear all around. Got one right.
It's what we came to do. It's what we came to do.
Welcome back to our inside look at NASCAR 21 Ignition. We're wrapping up our 3-part Dev Diary series by looking at the people who made this ambitious project a reality. This game was made possible by people from across the globe, and we cannot thank them enough. NASCAR 21 Ignition is a title we've built from the ground up, and contrary to what some people might think, we've moved on from what came before.
This is absolutely not NASCAR Heat 6. It's not a NASCAR Heat game. It's a whole new franchise, and I think it's a great place that we're rolling into with, a lot of what we're focused on is authenticity and bringing out real aspects of stock car racing in what this game is.
For the 2021 game, I think there's been a heavy focus on really just making sure that the Cup Series is as competitive as it is. When you sign up for a team in the career mode, you're going to go straight to a Cup team and get those offers. But it's going to focus on hitting those marks and doing what you need to do for that team to prove that you belong there. I think the ability to go out there and put yourself in a Cup car, not everybody gets to do that. Even Xfinity drivers don't get to do that. There's a ton of drivers who come up through NASCAR who never make it to the Cup Series. But this game is going to give you the opportunity to jump right in, be a Cup driver, and feel what that experience is like. And I think that's something that a lot of the fans are really going to enjoy.
And we hope you do enjoy it, but don't rule out seeing Xfinity or truck drivers in the game just yet, because as the seasons progress, you might see drivers come and go. A name you might have heard a lot during the development of this game is Studio 397, the Netherlands-based team behind R Factor 2. Their vehicle physics, tire modeling, and AI systems have been brought over for NASCAR 21 Ignition, and it's really something.
Studio 397, they bring a whole wealth of knowledge of racing games and graphics and visuals that I think is super important as we move forward with the next iterations of the NASCAR game.
Studio 397 has been awesome, not even just from a physics standpoint. We've worked with them for about the last year and a half on improving multiple areas of the game, including AI and dynamic track. A lot of what you see in NASCAR is related to the idea of being able to race side by side, or one guy runs the outside wall, that famous Kyle Larson line or Tyler Reddick line now. You've also got the guys that bottom feed, like Kevin Harvick at Atlanta, that are just known to go down there. So a lot of what you'll see is dynamic AI racing between characteristics with the AI, but as well as just general AI line running. A lot of what we've done at 397 is not just enhance the fact that now we have a proper driving physics model, but now the AI have a little bit of dimension to them, and they'll be able to run different lines, and the player will be able to interact with that.
As we look forward to the future of this game, I feel like they're going to play a crucial part in how we evolve and how we continue to improve. If you look at some of the products that they've worked on that are out there now, I feel like those are some of the best racing games out there. So if we can marry that with our NASCAR game and deliver that to our fans and our players, then I think it's going to be highly encouraging.
But getting Studio 397 in to give their expertise on physics and simulation is but one new avenue for NASCAR 21 Ignition. We have also shifted over to a new game engine, and the results, as you've seen so far, are stunning.
Visually, we've moved to Unreal Engine from Unity, and that helps us in a lot of different aspects, but I think overall what that does is just bring us up in quality.
The visuals, as you play this, are really what pop out to me. The speed when you're in the car.
A lot of what you see now is just a little bit clearer, crisper quality. The shadows, the sense of speed, the colorization, like it's hard to really put into detail what all that is until you see it.
The things around the track that you don't even really think of, that are maybe flying in the air, planes flying in the air, balloons, things around the racetrack. They're not core to the game of racing, but they're added elements that I think just people really enjoy.
Being driven by Unreal Engine really sets the foundation for what we're trying to do in the future with next generation titles, and we felt like was the best direction to move in visually.
Studio 397 is just one piece of a larger puzzle. While we work directly with NASCAR in some aspects of the game, we also worked with real NASCAR Cup Series drivers to get an insight into the sport only they would know.
So we've worked with plenty of drivers in the past, with Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, and others, and we look forward to continuing that tradition moving forward with this current project and in coming years. And I think they're all very excited for what we're building. I think they're very pleased with the direction that we're going in and what we're providing as far as physics, visuals, and the cinematic approach. I think a lot of their feedback has been related to just how authentic it really is and feels and what we're going for.
Their input helped us include a whole new dimension to racing in NASCAR 21 Ignition, an area it feels only drivers can tread.
One of the biggest things about this game that we want to kind of showcase is we want to take the player and make them feel like they're a driver, make them feel like they're at the racetrack.
In those moments in practice, there's so much going through your head that it's almost unconscious effort as far as, getting back out of the garage and going around the building, getting onto the racetrack. That stuff it's so subconscious to where you're really only thinking about, okay, I need to do this and hit my marks here. This is what I'm looking for in my car. This is what it was doing last time. You've got so many things happening rapid fire in your head because that's the moment where it gets real.
You're counting down the minutes to go out, right? And I was like, all right, weekend starts now.
Be pushed back out of the garage stall by your team members. That was one of the coolest things that I've seen. The national anthem and the flyover and just standing on pit road, you really get the feel of this is what it's like to be at the race. As somebody who's worked on race teams and been in the garage, it's been really cool to see that aspect, to be sitting in the cockpit and be handed a data pad. And that's how you work your setups. You can see your lap times in there. Because those are things that actually happen in real life.
That's a great feature you guys are going to do. Just like you said, a little bit more immersive experience of what we go through. It's not just, like other racing games. It's like, all right, cars on pit road, roll out. It's a whole different thing in the garage area. So it just makes you feel like, all right, this is my car. This is, what I do. And then you can go back and look at all your data and stuff like that. It just gives you the full experience with me, which I think is a great addition.
A lot of people have sat in the stands or watched on television, but they might not have had a hot pass or the ability to get in the garage or on pit road. And I feel like we're trying to give them that experience, and it really comes through.
But the drivers weren't only offering their experience to NASCAR 21 Ignition, we also needed someone to be sitting in the virtual driver's seat. Taking a real-life person and putting them into a video game isn't an easy task, but we got a bit of help from a load of cameras to scan the drivers' heads and put them into the game. Looks like a pretty cool experience, right?
I mean, it's definitely a new experience getting scanned, and just looking forward to seeing what that turns into on the TV. You know, it's like I never actually thought about getting a chance to be in one.
Yeah, a lot of cameras. It was quicker than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, that's a little bit different. Never had that done before.
I've seen a lot of stuff. Been racing 33 years now, and I've seen a lot of different TV studios and things like that. I have never seen nothing like that. That was more cameras per square inch than ever before in my life.
It's a lot of cameras for sure, but it gave us some really detailed information that could be translated into the final models you see in the game. It's almost like scanning a track but on a much smaller scale and not to eventually be driven over. But how much did it mean to these drivers to see themselves in a video game?
Well, it means a lot. I remember picking my favorite drivers as a kid. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, whoever. You idolize or really enjoy that person, that athlete. And that kids are doing that with me, that makes me feel like I was a kid again.
It's hard for me to give myself some perspective that someone would want to, get in a video game and like, oh, where's Cindric, I mean, that's something I struggle conceptualizing. Maybe that's just because I don't think that much of myself, but it is very cool though, because that's where I've come to in my career.
The platform it gives you to interact with fans and do stuff like this, to be in a video game, stuff that I would never imagine.
Getting to be a part of the video game is just something that you never think about growing up, because I've played these games as a kid and stuff, and it's just like now to actually know that we're going to be in there and you're going to see me standing in a game somewhere. It's just, honestly, can't wait to see it. It's just crazy to think about that.
Being involved with video games isn't anything new for many drivers on the grid, with some of them even getting into the sport through playing NASCAR video games of old.
I played a lot growing up. That was a good time passer, especially in the bus when I'd travel with Dad. The original NASCAR Heat game, that was probably like the one that I played the most.
I also remember playing, I think it was NASCAR 2011, had that on PlayStation 3. And when I was a kid, Brad Keselowski came to my house, and we actually played we raced each other. I think I beat him one time, and it was like the coolest thing ever.
It's amazing how far video games have come. Racing video games, any kind of video game, but the racing stuff is really neat to me because it's just getting more realistic each time. And different tracks, it's a cool way for fans to play as their favorite driver or go to their favorite track, whatever. But yeah, I played a lot growing up, and it's been neat to watch the progression.
But in the same way the drivers of today found themselves obsessed with NASCAR through gaming, the next generation of fans, or even drivers, are getting involved in the sport through their consoles.
There's a lot of new interest in the sport at this time. We're seeing new owners in the sport. We're seeing new fans entering the sport. People who have never seen NASCAR before ever are now interested in because all these big names like Michael Jordan and Pitbull are getting involved.
Kids playing video games and getting introduced to the sport at that level at home creates interest, right?
You can't just go out and throw a basketball. You can't go out and just drive a race car. So it's really your only connection as a race fan.
I remember the same thing happened to me. I started playing racing games, and next thing you know, my interest in racing goes up. I want to go to the racetrack, so I think it's great, and I think it definitely helps spark interest in young fans.
When you have new eyes on the sport and you have new fan interest, I think it's important to have a new game at the same time that really allows them to get the feel of what it's like to be at the racetrack, what it's like to drive these cars. And I think, things that are going on behind the scenes that the development team and engineers know way more than I do. I'm really, really encouraged. And from the week I started at Motorsport Games, it's something that I've been really encouraged and can't wait for everybody to see.
Building NASCAR 21 Ignition has been an amazing experience for all involved, and we hope you've enjoyed an exclusive look into how we've made the game across this series. We set out with the goal of creating an experience truly representative of being behind the wheel of a NASCAR Cup Series car, and the hard work put in by our teams all over the world has resulted in something we're really proud of. NASCAR 21 Ignition pre-orders are live right now, and we can't wait to see you on the track come October 28th.
It's what we came to do.
Got one right. Got one right. All clear. Stay left, car right. Still there. Clear, clear. Got one right. Clear, clear. Stay left. Got one right. All right, hold your line. Still next to you. All clear. Stay right. Car low. Still next to you. Clear all around. One left. All right, keep it high. Still next to you. Still next to you. Still next to you. Still next to you. All right, hold your line. Still next to you. Still next to you. All right, hold your line. All clear. Got one left. Low. Still next to you. Still next to you. Clear, clear. Stay right. Got one low. All right, hold your line. Still there. Clear, clear. Stay right. All right, keep it high. Still next to you. Clear, clear, clear. Got one right. Clear, clear. Wide, you're up top. One left. One left. Still there. Still there. All clear. One left. All right, keep it high. Clear, clear, clear. Stay right. Clear, clear, clear. Got one left. Clear, clear. Middle of three. Bring it to pit road this time. Got one down.